Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's tutorial. I'm going to be teaching you braid with strands 3, 4, and 5. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is a nape of the neck braid. I'm just going to do a side part, which is really popular here in 2020. And I'm going to be spraying some of this dry oil just right by the part just to help the tiny hairs lay down. Smoothing it with my fingers, and I'm going to grab my trusty ponyo and I'm going to put it in for my ponytail. If you haven't heard of these are amazing. They don't rip out your hair. They're like a wire ponytail holder, and they're not heavy on your head either like a normal ponytail would be. Just going to attach it into my hair to make a low ponytail. They also have these cute little covers. I'm just going to cover it up just to give myself a little bit more bling. Next, I'm going to apply just a little bit of hair serum just to help the ponytail stay free from flyaways. Okay, so now if you don't know how to braid, I'm going to show you back to basics. I'm going to show you this really easy 3-strand braid. So, like I was saying, just part your hair in 3 ways. Then, starting on the left side, go over the middle. And then grab the right piece and go over the middle. Again, the left, go over the middle. And take the right one and go over the middle. Again, left side, over the middle. Right side, over the middle. And just continue that pattern all the way down the braid. As you can see, I'm ended up braiding under instead of over. If you have really long hair like me, when you take it over your shoulder, it's going to end up going under. So you just do the same pattern, it would just be under. So left under, right under, left under the middle, right under the middle, left under the middle, right under the middle, left under the middle, right under the middle. You could either way, you could pull it over your shoulder and end up braiding the same way. Just make sure you turn the braid the right way if that makes any sense. And then just attach a little elastic at the bottom, and there's your braid. For this next one, I'm going to do a high ponytail. I'm going to speed through it just a little bit so don't take too much of your time. Using my ponyo again, these are amazing. They don't pull on the head, they don't give you a headache when you do a high ponytail. Absolutely love them. Don't use any ponytail holders anymore for a high ponytail because these are just amazing, and why would I use a ponytail when I can use these, right? So just attaching my little ponytail holder cover on it and brushing it smooth, and let's get started with a 4-strand braid. This one is a bit trickier, of course, because you're dealing with more strands, so part your hair in 4 ways. Okay, so starting either on the left or on the right, you're going to go over the first piece and under the middle piece. Okay, now we're going to go opposite on the right side. Taking the right side, go under the first piece on the right side and go over the middle piece. Same thing on the left. Take your outside piece and go over the first piece and then go under the second piece. The hardest thing here is just keeping the pieces separate. So go under on the right side, under the first piece, and over on the second piece. I'm going to teach you one more time. So on the left side, you're going to go over the first piece and then under the second piece. And on the right side, you're going to go under the first piece and over the second piece. The thing to remember is it's opposite sides. No matter what side you start on, you're going to do the opposite on the other side. So if you go over under on the first side, you're going to go under over on the other side. So I'm left-handed, so I always start on the left side, but just remember it's over under and then under over. Again, over under and under over. Okay, now I'm going to be turning it around. This is really tricky. I know it's like if you don't have super long hair like me, you don't have to do this, but this was a little bit tricky for me. I ended up turning it backwards, and then it would be opposite, of course. You're going to go under, over, and then over, under, because I turned the braid is backwards now, so if that makes any sense. So just keep that pattern going all the way down, under, over, over, under, over, and then over, under. And once you get about halfway down, the pieces stay pretty well separated, so it's not a big deal. So basically it's just getting it started and then just keeping it tight, keeping your fingers close to the braid, and it's not that bad. Once you just practice this braid, I promise you'll get it. It's really not that hard. You're just remembering the pattern and just keeping everything separated at first. So just keep that pattern going all the way down, over, under, over. Over, under, over. You got that now? I bet you do. So I'm almost down to the end, so then I'm just going to tie it with an elastic. I'm just using these clear elastics. They're pretty cheap at Walmart. And there's my 4-strand braid. Isn't that beautiful? This is one of my favorite braids. I think it's just absolutely gorgeous the way it turns out. Okay, now for the 5-strand. I almost think the 5-strand is somewhat easier as far as the pattern goes, but it is a little bit harder, of course, to keep it separated. So you'll just have to work at it and figure out how it works for you as far as your fingers go. Just figuring out how to keep it separated. So I just kind of put one between each of my fingers and then try to keep my thumb and first finger free. Okay, so this one is 5. So the way you want to get it started is you're going to go over, under on the left, and over, under on the right. So it's a bit easier because it's over, under on the left, over, under on the right, over, under on the left, over, under on the right. So I'm going to show you again while I'm doing it. So I'm going to be starting on the right side. It goes over, and then under, and then on the left side, over, and then under. So it's over on the right and then under. So see how easy it is? It's the same pattern, so it's not like the 4-strand where it's a bit like different on opposite sides. So this one I think is a bit easier as far as the pattern goes. Over, under, over, under. And if you do have a friend, cousin, whatever, you can practice on them. It's probably easier than practicing on yourself. But honestly, it's not that hard. Just keep going at it, and the results are just beautiful. So again, my braid is backwards, so it's going to be opposite. So I'm going to go under, over, instead of going over and under. So I just had a little bit of trouble keeping them separated right now because it is difficult when you pull it over your shoulder. But again, it's under, over now that it's backwards, under, over, and just keep that pattern all the way down to the end. Right here, I just turned my braid back around where it was facing the same way as when I started, just because I'm almost to the end here. So we're back to over, under again pattern. Okay, and I decided to just stop where I was because my arms were about to fall off. So I just wanted to show you how to do the 5-strand. I'm going to stretch it out, kind of, and there is your 5-strand braid. This is also so beautiful. I hope you all try this out. If you do, please tag me on Instagram at Elizabeth Yates Hair, and I love you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.